Assalamualaikum and good night to everyone who watching this video. So first of all, I'm gonna introduce myself. My name is Mohd Rejab bin Mohd Nirwan. I'm holding matric card number D form 2009929. So tonight I'm gonna talk about a little bit about crew resource management, which is crew resource management or CRM. By end of the video, you will know what is CRM and why is it important in aviation. So just now I introduced myself, and now I'm gonna talk more information about CRM. The crew resource management is an effective use of all available resources on board the plane and outside the plane. So that was the point, a little point that I talk from me and from my knowledge. Actually have many more points, but I think I pass to my fellow friends, which is my group mate. Okay. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Zakwan Zikry. I am holding matric card number DSUM 2008-067. Now I will explain little bit about situational awareness. Situational awareness is being aware of what is happening around you in terms of where you are supposed to be, and whether anyone or anything around you is a threat to your health and safety. For example, if you are driving a car, you should be aware of other drivers and try to anticipate their actions, such as someone slamming on their brakes or swerving into your lane. Situational awareness is very important to everyone. It is important that everyone is aware of their surroundings and the potential hazard they face. Other than that, the meaning of word safety is S for situational awareness, A for altitude awareness, F for fuel, E for emergency procedure, T for traffic, and Y for you are a crew member. That's all from me.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Azeman bin Azelan. I'm holding the matric card number FTTO 2008-001. And for my part, I'm going to explain to you what is communication. So communication is a simple act of transferring information in one place, a person or a group to another. So communication is usually involved in sender, messenger and a recipient. A communication, it have a variety of communication, which is verbal communication, non-verbal communication, written communication and visualized communication. So good communication skills, it can lead you to understand information much more accurate and much more faster. And a poor communication skills, it can lead them to misread the information or misjudge the information. Communication is very important for the aviation industry. This is because communication can increase the level of the aircraft safety, and it can also reduce the aircraft accidents that could be prevented in the future. And for example, the ATC tower must keep communicate with the pilot to safely guide them from origin airport until it arrives safely to the destination airport. And I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Salman bin Abdul Latiff. My matric card number is FTTA 2008006. From the previous point, since the beginning of 2020, the COVID-19 epidemic has expanded from China to other parts of the world. The initial infection wave reached its apex in Europe in April. With the advance of the cold season in late October, the continent was struck by a second wave of increased infection rates. More than 52 million individuals have been found to be sick, and over 1.3 million have died as a result, according to WHO figures as November 15, 2020. A number of nations have instituted curfews, contact prohibitions, shuttered restaurants and schools, including kindergartens and nurseries, borders and travel restriction in an effort to contain the virus. Anxiety disorders, depression, dysthymia, and suicide have been on the rise since the financial crisis of 2007 to 2009, which result in an increase in unemployment, greater workloads, staff reduction, and salary reduction. Researchers in China, Spain, Italy, and Switzerland, as well as Mongolia and China, have found an increase in depression, anxiety, and stress symptoms in the wake of the corona crisis. In this more recent investigation, participants were drawn to the general public or from the ranks of healthcare professionals. They did not focus on the impact of the crisis on workers in the industries most affected by the crisis because of the COVID-19 epidemic. India's internal migrants laborers are experiencing mental health issues that have been brought to light. This dilemma is affecting the largest group of employees in the aviation industries, for example, flight attendants. For one thing, it's possible that the situation is seen favorably because of the reduction in the perceived burdens of working under difficult conditions such as jet lag and exhaustion. They also have a lot of spare time and are able to get back to their normal sleeping patterns. As a result, they have to deal with the inability to care for their children due to closure of schools and kindergartens, as well as significant financial losses. The possible risk of contracting the COVID-19 virus along the severe course of the disease, concerns from family and friends, and uncertainty about their employment.
Hi, my name is Benedict and I hold a metric card number FTTA 2008 and 003. Today, I want to explain about crew and stress fatigue. So, flight attendants are exposed to a unique health risk while on the job. There was a considerable increase in depression, anxiety, and exhaustion in the cabin workers studied by McNeely and colleagues compared to the general population. When working night shifts, a very early start time, long flight, long shift, and team disturbance, fatigue is more likely. National flights has been noted as a source of concern because of their extremely early or late start times, as well as their erratic duty schedules. So, international flight attendants are less stressed compared to the domestic counterparts. Shift and night employment, in particular, can lead to increased risk of physical and mental health issues. So, the subjective stress are just as important as objective stressor. So, the anxiety and post-traumatic stress disorder, also known as PTSD, are more prevalent among flight attendants in the wake of a plane crash. So, up to 37% of flight attendants report nervousness before takeoff, despite the fact that there were up to 37% of flight attendants report nervousness before takeoff, despite the fact that the great majority of flights go off without a hitch. Cognitive and physical overloads are the first sign of flight-related stress. According to Suvanto and Limerinen, only half of Norwegian flight attendants said they were happy with their social support in a recent study. Anger and frustration at work are commonplace, as is emotional tiredness as people become older and emotional incompatibility between co-workers and customers. Researchers used a sample of May 2019 participants to look at the relationship between several health conditions such as tiredness and workload, and signs and symptoms of depression, anxiety, and stress. To further understand the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic on flight attendants' mental health, in April 2020, an extra survey was done, which included a focus on charges in symptoms including sadness, anxiety, and stress.
My name is Zunnurain, and now for the conclusion. Crew resource management helps teams overcome communication issues, poor decision making, inadequate or undefined leadership, poor resource management, and many other challenges. The goal for CRM is to empower a team to effectively use all of its available resources and skills to achieve its goals. Utilizing CRM concept, maximizing situational awareness, enhancing communication, improving teamwork, and strengthening decision-making skills will minimize errors. It is impossible to eliminate errors, but when working as a team, using your skills and resources safely and effectively will contribute to minimizing risks.